Hello. Hope you don't mind the darkness, although there's some light flashing from the TV screen. Well, just reporting from the deterioration of America, the Trump-apocalypse, all the latest goings on. Of course, we have the billionaire, richest man in the world, Elon Musk, running a fake agency, the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. And illegally and unconstitutionally hacking into the U.S. Treasury, gaining access to the payment system, social security numbers, Medicare, all that. The Treasury Secretary of Trump's, Scott Bessent, just said, "Here you go." And, well, a federal judge ruled that this is illegal, as it obviously is. But, I don't know how much is being done exactly. J.D. Vance just says we should defy the courts and keep on slashing and burning and firing federal government employees. As they believe in unitary executive theory. Everyone must be a Trump loyalist to be in the federal government. Well, that's the IRS, the EPA, and now I guess they're putting a gag order on those who work at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Yeah. All I can say is this is just disastrous. But great for billionaires and corporations, I suppose. Since they're also going after the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which whole goal is to stop fraud, which has returned over 20 billion to the American people have been overcharged or scammed by big financial institutions, credit card companies, and the like. Yeah, I really don't get the populism here. We're for the workers and the working class people, and that's why we're dismantling the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. We need to protect the credit card companies and the banks, the poor banks. I think Tim Scott literally said something like, I'm proud to defend the banks. Well, at least he's honest. We're gonna help the American people by burning down the Department of Education. And passing this new budget which slashes Medicaid and food stamps. Yep. Really helpful. Of course, then you got the SAVE Act, which states that you can only vote with the name that's on your birth certificate. Now, I'm not sure if this bill is meant to disenfranchise trans people. I suppose that's the intent, as with so many other of their legislation. But you end up making millions of women unable to vote, women who are married and have legally adopted their spouse's name under this SAVE Act. They are, well, we might as well be back to pre-women's suffrage. All the Christian nationalists who think we should repeal the 19th Amendment, maybe this is the actual goal. Go to some sort of single household voting where only the man votes for the whole family, and you get extra votes if you have children, because as long as you breed, you matter so much more. What else was I going to talk about? There's so many insane policies and bills. I mean, sending immigrants to Guantanamo Bay, the infamous torture camp. Where the U.S. government rounded up suspected terrorists all over the world, even in Germany. Held them there without due process, without right to attorney, without charge. With basically no rights at all. It's only the worst of the worst, the pedophile rapist that we're sending there. Yeah, it seems like it's not the case. Oh yeah, there's that whole President of El Salvador offering to turn his country into a giant gulag for American citizens who are to ship American prisoners to El Salvador. I mean, what the fuck is this? There's another country where people's rights or civil liberties are non-existent. They just do these mass roundups and throw people in prison without any due process, without trial. Guess they see this as the ends justifying the means of stopping crime. What a train wreck. If it wasn't clear, the U.S. democracy is fatally flawed and corrupted by the wealthy, by the plutocrats. Before this new administration, this second Trump term, it definitely is on full display now. Half the time I don't know who's even the president, Elon Musk or Donald Trump. Yeah, that meeting, the cabinet meeting, and it's just Elon Musk and his dark gothic MAGA, I'm Goth MAGA, talking, and Trump is sitting over there like hunched over. Oh yeah, Trump saying he's above the law. Right, that executive order that only the president and the attorney general decides the law or something to that effect. Rather unnerving. Especially with the Supreme Court ruling last year on absolute presidential immunity for anything. Anything as long as it's considered an official act. I still don't think people have truly grasped the gravity, the severity of that Supreme Court decision, the presidential immunity decision. Just sort of makes the president a monarch, a autocrat, a emperor. I certainly do enjoy comparing him to Julius Caesar. And putting his face everywhere. There's all these bills. Put Donald Trump on Mount Rushmore. Make Donald Trump's birthday a federal holiday was one. What was it? Oh yeah, the third term. But only for those, but only non-consecutive terms. So, only Trump. Basically. Obama couldn't run again. Or Bush or Biden. Not that I want any of those in power. I mean, I'd rather have them than Trump, but it's just the bar is so low. It's like I'm longing for the days of muttering old dotard Biden. Can't string together a sentence. Ugh. Of course, we're just a complete clown show to the rest of the world. A pariah. With our other little pariah friend, Israel. And I guess more increasingly, Russia. As we had the UN General Assembly vote and about a peaceful resolution to the war in Ukraine, Russia withdrawing, and the US voted no, along with Russia, Israel, Belarus, and a few others. Then there was a separate US proposal, and but then some amendments were added, and then they voted no on their own proposal. Then again, these UN General Assembly votes don't do anything. It's just sort of a barometer of global opinion. But I look at the situation and I don't see much good. Tesla stocks are down. Elon Musk's approval rating is in the 30s. I guess I kind of hated the guy before it was, well, before so many others did, because of his labor violations, his this whole mythology around him being this genius. He's not the lead engineer at SpaceX. He's not the reason that those rockets are successful. He did not found Tesla Motors. He's not doing anything but making money and lying about his video game score, apparently. On Twitter, but I've never had a Twitter, and apparently everyone's leaving Twitter/X now because it's just become a cesspool. And, well, it always seemed like a cesspool. I just can't stomach the cruelty, of ICE, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the sort of Gestapo-like border czar Tom Homan, saying he's gonna arrest the governor of New Jersey because of a woman's that he has in his house that doesn't have the legal process, is not fully finalized. Just this I don't know, lack of empathy by so many. So many of these Hispanics voted for Trump. Venezuelans in Florida saying, no, Kamala's a socialist. And he turns around and cancels the temporary protected status for Venezuelans. Wait, I thought he was only going to deport the criminals. At his rallies, it said mass deportation, the largest mass deportation operation in history. Yeah, I forget the exact cost, but it's humongous. End migrant crime. When both legal and illegal immigrants commit crime at a lower rate than American citizens. And one of the reasons for having sanctuary cities is to arrest criminals. If an undocumented migrant is assaulted or witnesses a crime, they can come to the police and provide what they know and give evidence to law enforcement without fear of the ICE Gestapo coming in and taking them away. That's one of the rationales for the sanctuary cities. It's crime everywhere. We got to stop the crime. We got to stop the crime. And then a minute later, breed. We need more babies in the world. You gotta keep procreating. Isn't it great to have babies in a world full of crime? I just saw a story of my city of a 15-year-old getting stabbed to death. 15-year-old girl by an 18-year-old. Isn't it a great time to have more babies? Well, I guess that's it for this episode. So, see ya.